There we go.
So today I was inspired to take a theme of simplicity and rhythm, because this morning I realised I needed some more of that in my life to bring some stability and healing. So I thought I would bring that this evening, and we could share some readings and some dances which resonate with that theme and see what arises. So let's begin with the Sufi invocation of Hazrat Inayat Khan. We'll do the expanded version. So join with us if you are able to. Towards the one, the perfection of love, harmony and beauty, the only being, united with all the illuminated souls who form the embodiment of the Master, the message, the mystery, the miracle, the Mother, the Spirit of guidance. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of love. And let's begin with a dance. Are you able to play the guitar? Very, very simple. Allah,
Allah,
Rahman, Rahim.
Rahman, Rahim.
Rahman, expansive, radiant love, the sun of love. Rahim, the moon of love, the one, the loving one that enfolds, in which we are enfolded, which penetrates to every part of the universe. And yeah, let's just sing it to begin with. Allah, 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 Rahman, Rahim, Allah, Allah, simple melody, 2 notes in fact, and the first time we sing Allah, we're going to sing it 10 times, and thereafter it will be 4 times before we sing the Rahman Rahim. So if you're able to stand and take space, that would be great. If not, it's absolutely fine. So normally we'd be holding hands in a circle and we'd be walking to the right. So we'll just have to imagine that we're walking, if you're standing up. Just imagine you're stepping, imagine you're holding hands with the other people in our circle. So just feeling that rhythm in the legs, in the body, going along with the music. Allah, Allah. Lowering the arms. just stopping, feeling your feet on the ground or your bottom on the seat, noticing your breath coming in and out. These simple facts of our existence in the present moment. Always supported by the earth, always breathing. Amen.
Amen.
So we live in a very complex world. I mean, the natural world is complex, but the human world has become unbelievably complex. It was pretty complex before if IT came along and social media and email and all those things. And then what I was facing this morning was the complexity of all the different solutions that are offered to help us with difficulties, and sometimes that can be mind-boggling. Where to start, how many to do, and that can be overwhelming. And I was just reminded to come back to simplicity. It's easy to feel that solutions and need to be complex to work. So I found some words from Hazrat Inayat Khan, which I thought I would share with you. Excuse me if I pause occasionally, I have to try and put it in gender neutral language.
We're grateful.
People like complexity. They do not want to take only one step. It is more interesting to look forward to millions of steps. The person who is seeking the truth gets into a maze, and that maze interests them. They want to go through it 1,000 times more. It's just like children. Their whole interest is in running about. They do not want to see the door and go in until they are very tired. So it is with grown-up people. They all say that they are seeking truth, but they like the maze. That is why the mystics made the greatest truths a mystery, to be given only to the few who are ready for them, letting the others play, because it was the time for them to play. And he says, truth is simple, but for the very reason that it is simple, people will not take it. A mystic very often appears to be simple because sincerity makes them feel inclined to express the truth in simple language and simple ideas. But because people value complexity, they think that what they say is too simple, and it is something that they have always known, that it is nothing new. However, as Solomon said, there is nothing new under the sun. And of course, there are two things, knowing the truth and being. It is easy to know truth, but it is most difficult to be truth. It is not in knowing the truth that life's purpose is accomplished. Life's purpose is accomplished in being truth. And finally, he says the principal thing that the message, the Sufi message, has to accomplish is to create the realization of the divine spark in every soul, that every soul, according to its progress, may begin to realize for itself the spark of divinity within. And there he's talking about being the truth.
And of course, the thing can be simple without being easy.
Yes. Quite. So let's have another dance.
Very good.
Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisvaha.
Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhi, svaha.
Beyond, beyond, gone beyond to Buddhahood, to truth, to realization. Realization of the truth in our being. Sounds simple. Not easy. Can you play the guitar, please?
What key do you want to be?
Pardon?
What key?
What key? I have absolutely no idea.
Let's try singing it and let's find out where it is then.
That sounds good.
Oops.
Just reflecting there, what is it about simplicity that can help me in practicing and moving forward? And I think it's when things are simpler, it's easier for me to focus. It's easier for me to bring and focus my energy than when things are more complex. So perhaps it's a good place to start. And some of the dances that are simpler feel more powerful to me, perhaps because it's easier again to keep my attention focused. So let's imagine if you're able to stand, that we're walking to the right, no, to the left. Taking our hands on our heart, touching our heart and opening outwards. This is known as the Heart Sutra, or it's part of the Heart Sutra, this dance. Gate, and we're going to imagine that we're walking, so again, stepping as if we're walking anti-clockwise in a circle, starting on the right foot. Gate, gate, and then we step, turn and face the screen, and we're going to be stepping back 4 steps. Emptying out, so bowing forwards, emptying out. Then 4 steps in, raising arms. Then we do a turn, quite a quick turn, and bow to the centre. We bow to each other. Svaha. So noticing that steady rhythm in the feet, noticing the effect of the sound, the simple sounds just resonating in our hearts, in our bodies, as we move and sing. gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisattva. Last time. Gate, gate, paragate, parasamgate, bodhisattva. Savaha. I want to tell you one of my favourite Sufi stories. As told by Hazrat Naik Khan. He tells about the life of Bulleh Shah, a great saint of Punjab, who when he was a boy was sent to a school with boys of his own age and was learning the Arabic alphabet. And they started with the first letter, the Alif, which is a simple downstroke. The other boys in his class finished the whole alphabet while he was still mastering the same letter. When weeks had passed and the teacher saw that the child did not advance any further than the first letter, he thought that he must be deficient. So he sent him home to his parents, saying, "Your boy is deficient, I cannot teach him." And the parents did all in their power to help him, placing him with tutors, but he made no progress. They were disappointed, and the boy escaped from home so that he should no longer be a burden to his family. He lived in the forest and saw the manifestation of Aleph, which had taken form in the forest as the grass, the leaf, the tree, branch, fruit and flower. And the same Aleph was manifested as the mountain and the hill, the stones and rocks. And he witnessed the same as germ, insect, bird and beast, and in himself and in others. He thought of one, saw one, felt one, realized one and none else besides. After mastering his lesson thoroughly, he returned to pay his respects to his old teacher, who had expelled him from school. The teacher, absorbed in the vision of variety, had long ago forgotten him. But Bulleh Shah could not forget his old teacher, who had taught him his first and most inspiring lesson, which had occupied almost all his life. He bowed most humbly before the teacher and said, "I have prepared the lesson you so kindly taught me. Will you teach me anything more there may be to learn?" The teacher laughed at him and thought to himself, "After all this time, the simpleton has remembered me." Bulleh Shah then asked permission to write the lesson, and the teacher replied in jest, "Write on this wall." So Bulleh Shah made the sign of Aleph on the wall, and the wall split in two, and the whole universe opened up behind. The teacher then was astounded by this miracle and bowed down before him, saying, "Thou art my teacher. Thou which hast learnt in the one letter Aleph, I have not been able to master with all my learning."
Amazing story. How does he describe the teacher again? Lost in the...
The teacher had long ago forgotten him, absorbed in the vision of variety. Variety is very absorbing. And I like to come back to that story when I get lost in the vision of variety. So I was just going to share a very simple practice that was taught by Murshid Samuel Lewis. Just a simple breathing practice, and we can walk it as well. Just taking the words towards the one on the breath. So breathing in towards the one, breathing out towards the one. We might even feel the words coming into the rhythm with our heartbeat as well as with our breath. So just breathing in towards the one, breathing out towards the one. And then if you're able to stand and walk, we're just keeping that on the breath. At whatever speed your breath is moving, take 4 steps for each breath in and breath out. So 4 steps for towards the one, 4 steps for towards the one. Just finding that rhythm. It might take a little while to settle into a steady rhythm. This is something that we can do anytime when we're walking, working, sitting, in the privacy of our own being. Helping us to keep focused on our breath. And on our body. So we just come gently to a stop and just continue to breathe towards the one. In and out. anything you would like to do or share.
Just simply the word Allah.
Allah.
One way to understand this word is as a composite of two Arabic words. Al, which is a way of saying the definite article. So it's like affirming something's existence. And then la, meaning no. So you could say Allah brings together the yes and the no, the affirmation and the negation of all of existence in that single alif. Allah. So we're going to take this into a dance which is... Oh, there, go on then.
I'll show you my slipper.
There's the alif at the beginning of the Allah.
That's the alif. Beautifully made by Lakshmi there. Two of them, in fact.
That's lucky, isn't it? So, again, we'll take this as a walking practice where we're feeling ourselves part of the caravan of creation. And there's a way to understand time. Yeah, I haven't quite finished talking yet. I've just realised. Sorry. In the Middle East, in the time when these dances and these practices and words were evolving, there was not really the possibility of talking about present and or past in terms of time. So there's this understanding that time is all moving along together. And we can imagine this great caravan, like the caravans of camels going through the desert. And maybe some people got up early in the morning and set out before the sunrise. And other people took a little longer, packing up from the camp and set out just at dawn, while others still lingered to have breakfast and maybe to talk a bit by the fire and set out later in the day. And so this caravan is moving through time. And we're part of that caravan, and our ancestors, we could say, are the ones who set out before us, but they're still moving ahead of us through time, and we're simply following in their footsteps. I find this a really beautiful and comforting way to think about time. I think in our Western view, often we see ourselves as looking over the cliff of time. It's like we're at the front, trying to decide where to step next. That can be quite daunting. So this idea which reverses that, which means that every step we take, we're placing in a footprint left by an ancestor who set out before us, just following behind along this caravan. And we can allow our bodies to just move gently as if we were riding a camel, just this gentle swaying. So whether you choose to sit or stand as we do this, you can feel that movement and feel the harmony of the movement of this caravan of creation moving through time and space, and each one of us just taking our place in that caravan.
Sorry, I keep slipping off the edge of the screen there. I don't know quite what happens.
So we're going to be taking 4 steps to the right. Then to the left. Then towards the screen. And back. starting to sway gently, stepping in this continual caravan of life. The ancestors up ahead, our descendants behind. Moving through time and space. Allah, 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 Ameen. Just read my little bit. So this is from the Radiance Sutras, so it's the words of Shiva to Shakti. I think it's also a way to understand Aleph or Allah. There is a knower who experiences everything. There is a presence dancing everywhere. There is a lover who embraces us all. I am one with that light. I am one with that power. I am one with that love. There is a knower who experiences everything. There is a presence dancing everywhere. There is a lover who embraces us all. I am one with that light. I am one with that power. I am one with that love.
So the other quality I wanted to just bring was rhythm, and this came from the awareness that I needed to bring some rhythm to my morning getting some regular exercise, and that setting a particular time would help. And just reflecting then during that dance, what is it about rhythm that is helpful? Somehow it helps to have something in our lives that is rhythmical. It helps to ground us. So much of life can be quite unrhythmical and surprising and irregular. So it's good to have patterns that anchor us, that ground us. And of course in the dances we are stepping on the earth in a regular rhythm. So we're embodying that sense of groundedness in rhythm as we move. And of course there are many different rhythms going on in our bodies all the time. And they're linked to our health. And Hazrat Nat Khan writes about this. And of course he was a musician, so rhythm was incredibly important. And now we come to the rhythm. There is a rhythm of pulsation, the beating of the pulse in the head and in the heart. And whenever the rhythm of this beating is disturbed, it causes illness, because it disturbs the whole mechanism which is going on, the order of which depends on the regularity of rhythm. If a person suddenly hears of something causing fear, the rhythm is broken, the pulsation changes. Every shock given to a person breaks their rhythm. If the rhythm has been lost, it must be brought back with great wisdom, because a sudden effort to regain the rhythm may make one lose it still more. If the rhythm has gone too slow or too fast, by trying to bring it to its regular speed, one may break the rhythm, and by breaking the rhythm, one may break oneself. This should be a gradual process. It must be wisely done. I like that. Gentleness, not pushing. So when we bring our attention to our breath, which is perhaps the most obvious rhythm within our bodies, we can notice when it's upset, when it's irregular. And we don't have to force it back into regularity. We can just observe it, and just by bringing our attention to it, we can notice that it will change, and it'll settle back into a more regular rhythm. So, I think we've got one or two more dances which we could share. I did actually think of departing from the plan, doing something that we do quite a lot, but it's a really good, rhythmical, steady, grounded dance, invoking the rhythmical steps of an elephant. In case you hadn't guessed. Don't usually usually do it in the middle of a dance session, do we? Om Ganapataye Namaha. 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 All praise to Ganesh. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Namaha. Om Ganapataye 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 Namaha. So, Ganesh, the elephant-headed deity of the Hindu tradition. This steady, steady rhythm, feeling it through our whole body as we step right, left, bendy knees, really feeling our feet sinking into the earth, anchoring us with this beat so that we can just keep going despite all the storms that might be swirling around us. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. We're stepping forwards, stepping back. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Gradually raising arms and then dropping. Om Ganapataye Namaha. And when we're raising our arms like that, after all this steady stepping and connection to the earth, then we can feel that energy rise. We have the strength and the groundedness to really let that power rise. Om Ganapataye Namaha. with such power and strength. The possibilities are endless. Jai Ganesha.
Jai Ganesha.
So, I think we've got time for one more dance. What would you like to do?
Well, maybe Kalama. You might have noticed I'm a bit tired tonight. I was up for 2 hours in the night talking to one of our sons, so a bit zonked today. But it's been great that you've taken it over. But let's finish, shall we, with the Kalama. So this beautiful dance from Murshid Sam, one of the original dances. La ilaha illallahu.
La ilaha illallahu.
Muhammad Rasulallah.
Muhammad Rasulallah.
So there is no reality except unity. And this quality of Ya Muhammad, the messenger, the light of Muhammad is this light of this message which comes through all of us. Now, Muhammad was known as the seal of the prophets, so after that we're all prophets, messengers of unity. La ilaha illallah. La ilaha illallah. La together. Dancing with us, step back, emptying out, and stepping forward, filling up, emptying Amen.
So let us close and sing together, may all beings be well, may all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace.
May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace. Just taking a breath of peace in and a breath of peace out, breathing it out with each breath larger and larger to encompass the whole world, to reach those places in the world, those people that really need peace right now.